Hey guys, this reading is going to be for the sign of Aquarius for May 2023. Keep in mind that this is just a general reading and it will not resonate with all of you. Only keep the messages that resonate and discard the rest. This will be for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Take a look at all of your signs to get a clearer picture of what's going on in your life, guys. Also, whenever you hear this reading is when it's right for you. It doesn't matter what date it has. All my readings are timeless. Alright guys, let's see what's going on with my dear Aquarius gang. I have an Aquarius fan out there and she's always leaving comments. So he or she, I don't know. But they leave comments on my page and they're waiting for the Aquarius reading. So I decided to do it next. Let's see what's going on with my dear Aquarius gang. Wow, okay. Okay. You feel like when I heard this, when this first came out right now, I heard cuffed up. You want to be cuffed up, but then you remember like all the pain that you went through anytime that you had a connection with someone, or you let your guard down, or you just feel like anytime that you actually start considering being with someone again, it just makes you get like out of whack, and not just in your heart but in your head. They make you feel like anytime that someone comes into your life, it's just a invitation for more pain. You feel like if you do this again, you're gonna get hurt. You feel like the logical choice is not to go through something like that again, because every time that you try to be with someone, it always ends up in chaos. And with you, these are the thoughts that I'm hearing, guys, that you always end up in chaos, practically losing your mind. I mean, when my Aquariuses love, they love hard. And, just like everyone, when we really love hard, you go through a really rough time. And this is what you're contemplating, right? You're thinking to yourself, every time that this happens, I have to put myself together. And with the Ace of Swords here, it's immediately telling me that you're coming out of a Ten of Swords situation. So a really, really difficult ending, right? And every time that you come out of an ending like this, you feel out of sorts and you don't know if you could do that again. I hear that a lot of you have been single for a really long time. The last time that you gave your heart to someone, it just blew up in your face. I'm hearing from others of you, it burned to the ground. I'm seeing like fighting matches and just like screaming at each other. I mean, the stories that you're telling yourself about love, Aquarius, that's how it'll be. I mean, the things that we tell ourselves is actually what manifests in your reality, right? So if you keep thinking this way, because this seems like you're stuck in some kind of a pattern, like you haven't healed the wounds that these people have opened. Not these people, but your past romantic relationships, or this can even be friendships, right, guys? Take it as it resonates. But it's telling me that every time that you've tried to start some kind of connection with someone, you've just been burned and you don't know if it's worth it anymore. But you are contemplating it. Why are you guys contemplating it, my dear Aquariuses? You guys got a little love interest? Let's see what's going on. Alright. But at least you're contemplating it, right? I show that you had a lot of resistance towards being with anyone, but you're also tired of being alone. I think that's why when I put the Nine of Pentacles down at the beginning, I heard Cuffed Up, and I heard the song by Beyonce, right? So you're trying to not get sucked back in, I heard. You don't want to go down that road again. I keep hearing it over and over again. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. You're just not really open to it, but there's still something inside of you that wants to create something with another person. But then you start remembering everything that happened with like the last person, or whatever kind of pattern you guys are repeating with your past romantic lovers. Something about how the betrayals are almost always the same, or you're with one person and the betrayal is always the same. So I'm getting that the moment that you start thinking, yes, I want to be with someone to settle down, I want to create, I want to grow with someone, I want to be with someone, whatever you want to do, have a life partner, marry them, whatever resonates, guys. But you feel like out of control whenever you start opening up to someone like that. You feel like you lose like your power and your control, and you just start feeling really out of sorts. I think because of all the trauma that you have from your past relationships, you just find it hard to be vulnerable. So you find it really hard to like let people near you. And that's part of that pattern that I see in the back, right? That pattern that you keep repeating with people, because it's the stories that we tell ourselves, right, guys? If we tell ourselves that, everybody is the same, why does this always happen to me? And it's like every time you get in a new relationship, Aquarius, you're expecting like the same story to repeat. And since you expect it, you kind of manifest it, So, and this, I'm hearing from some of you that you're ready to like break this pattern. I feel like a longing for closeness or being with someone. I don't know. It feels like you guys are considering being with someone again. But those thoughts about how every time you open up to someone, every time you get close to someone, and I hear that some of you were with the earth sign, and it would like not match. Like when you would want to be with this person would be all flaky. When this person wanted to be with you, then you would be all flaky. It's like you guys couldn't connect. And this is like the pattern that kind of repeats itself in all of your like friendships or relationships. It's like you feel like the minute that you start caring about someone, or you let your guard down, or you start, just having their back or being good to them, because you're a really good person. When you really love someone, you're even more caring. Aquariuses are, altruist. They're very into giving to humanity and things like that. So you're a very good person inside and out. So when you love people, that like goes up to like 100 times 100, right? And that is what you're afraid of giving away, because it's just a natural thing that you have as an Aquarius to just not, I wouldn't call it overgiving, but that's the word that I'm hearing in my head, that some of you think it's overgiving, but that's just how you're naturally inclined to be. You're a very good person. You try to be a good person. I heard you guys, I'm hearing that you try to walk the line like you're supposed to. You follow the rules. You're a good person inside and out. You guys live by the golden rule, treat others how you want to be treated. So when you like let your guard down and actually start being your true self, and you start doing more and more and more for people, you feel that that's when they walk away, or you find out that they've been taking advantage of you, or they've been lying to you, or it's just something that, I guess the point of it repeating is that that's how it is in real life. It's been repeated in your life over and over. This fear that you have, right? That the minute that you let your guard down, people backstab you or betray you. And that's what's been happening, because that's the story that you keep manifesting for yourself. But now it's like you're thinking about healing all these old wounds. You feel like if you're able to heal that, you might be able to have something healthy. I heard some of you are thinking really deeply of having like a committed relationship or coupling up. I'm hearing the cuffing again. And I don't know, a lot of you are just finding things about yourself. And the funny thing is that I hear that some of you are longing to be with someone, and not just physically, like to have a real connection. It's like it's coming from within. It's like your heart or your soul is trying to talk to you and tell you that this is not the way. This is a pattern you need to let go now, Aquarius. This no longer serves you. At one point, it was meant to teach you a lesson, and now you're just repeating it over and over, and you can't seem to get out of this toxic cycle. So, there, you know, the universe is encouraging you. Spirit is encouraging you to swim in these new waters of possibly letting someone near you. And I hear that some of you already have someone in mind, or you possibly been dating around, like putting your feelers out there, dipping your toes in the water, seeing how it is. And I hear that you guys have been having some positive experiences, have met some great people, some people that you would actually consider friends. And, that's a great start, guys. They don't have to be romantic partners. I know that that's what you eventually want. But yeah, excuse me. But it's okay to work yourself up to it, right? And it's great that you're wanting to replace these stories in your head. It's like I don't know, it's like you had some kind of a revelation about why these situations kept repeating in your life. You blamed yourself a lot. I hear you calling yourself names like that you weren't smart, that how could you let this person fool you? But, some of these people weren't bad people. They just made bad choices, right? And for them to betray you with everything that you gave to them, I mean, that's a really deep cut, right? That's something that is very difficult to get over. And I'm not surprised that this was so hard to let go of, and that you've been repeating this over and over, trying to make it work, and it just keeps manifesting. If this is the same person for you guys, I hear that the same problem keeps manifesting itself in different ways. So, and these are like hard truths that you've been having to come into terms with, right? With the moon here in reverse, that means that there was a lot of things going on in the background that are now coming to the surface, like what I was saying about those stories, what you subconsciously do, and how you manifest your relationships into repeating the same pattern. And it has a lot to do with the same behaviors, and it could be toxic behaviors you learned from that relationship that didn't work out, and you keep repeating it in your new relationships. Or if it's the same relationship, that's just a toxic pattern you guys have. And most of you don't want that anymore. And that is what you're trying to heal. It's like I'm hearing it again, that you've had so many revelations, like dreams. You've just had a lot of aha moments, because until recently you didn't think about love anymore. You were like, I think I was meant to be alone. I'm probably, and there's nothing wrong with that, guys. There's some people that are perfectly happy alone for the rest of their lives, right? They don't need to couple up. But this reading is probably for those Aquariuses that are contemplating cuffing up, right? Like I said, everyone has a different story, but it is something that you're contemplating. And like I said before, for those of you that don't want to be coupled up, it could just be a friend situation, like starting, with new people, trusting people again, or having a really good friend again because your last best friend stabbed you in the back, or because I'm getting a lot of storylines of what happened with friends as well. Just a lot of betrayal and not having your back, telling your secrets, lying, cheating, stealing. And that stops you dead in your tracks. And all these revelations that you've been having have been really difficult for you. You are learning that most of these things that happened were like, I heard you're doing, right? Just like I said. You don't expect anything more from relationships like this. You're tired. Oh my goodness, why is this song always playing in my head for you Aquariuses? I don't want to be a player no more. Why, guys? Always. I would say most of the time that song always plays for my Aquariuses. You guys are like little bees going from flower to flower to flower, You guys are very free spirit, and you guys are like really good at just enmeshing with whoever you're around. It's like you're some kind of a chameleon, but not in a bad way, in a really good way. You just like mesh well with everyone. You're like the life of a party. That's so funny. I'm hearing that you can't decide if you want to be happy. You can't decide what your true happiness is. So, with all these revelations that you're having, Aquarius, I'm hearing that playboy style or playgirl style that you used to have wasn't benefiting you in any way. It didn't get you anywhere with anyone. It's like these relationships would just come and go, and you feel like you pick people wrong. Not wrong, but like you pick the wrong people. But I mean, if you think about it, really, if we really, really think about it, it's just the numbers games, guys. You can't be compatible with everyone. You can try to be compatible with people, but eventually, in the long term, there's just things that have to align for you to be with someone. And it's all about a fit, a perfect fit. Part A has to fit into part B perfectly. They could be missing that one special ingredient. They could be the closest that you thought they would ever come to your ideal person, but those kind of relationships that you were having in the past just they weren't meant for you. They weren't meant for you. They were just like a series of stairs to get to these revelations that you're having now. And you don't know if, I'm hearing, love or money will make you happy. Right now, you're still contemplating what will make me happy. Being in a relationship again? Am I really going to go that route? Is that really the route that I want to go? A lot of you are just, it seems to me like you guys are just doing a lot of thinking and wondering and sitting around thinking about your options, what you have done in your life, what do you want. It's like you're sitting down and making plans, and you're remembering. Some of you have like an old journal or something written down that you wrote down in the past of what you wanted to be when you were such and such age. So I'm hearing that the things that you wrote down was like, I want to be, this is just an example because of course not everybody has the same dreams, but one of the things was like, oh, I want to be married by 30, have 2 kids by 35, my career should be here, and blah blah. We all have steps that we think our life to go, that we consider our life successful. So I'm hearing that some of you found like an old journal or a book or just a list that you wrote down of what you wanted, like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, right? And this is like the 20 years from now, and you're looking at this list and you're like, I used to want those things. What happened? So this is what I think is going on right now, Aquarius, that some of you have decided that you do want to start trusting people again in general, not just friends or romantic, because I heard that you guys have closed yourself off to the world and to feeling. and just having like superficial relationship, just very superficial level, not getting close to anyone. And things are changing. Things are changing, my dear Aquariuses. You guys are like contemplating being with someone or just letting someone in, and that's so beautiful, guys. Because you guys, we weren't meant to be, we are social. Humans are social, right? We're not meant to be alone. I mean, like I said before, there's some people that are very happy perfectly being alone all their lives, right? But they still have a support system. They still have family. They still have friends, right? And this is the support system that you've been missing, Aquarius. I heard that some of you moved from where you used to live and you don't have the same support system that you did. This might be a very specific message for some of you, that you're in like a new city and things have changed. Like, living in this new city has made you a different person. Like, it's made you realize that your life, it made you look at this list. It's like you guys were moving. That's how you found this book. Wow, this is very specific, guys. All right, so for whoever resonates, so you found this book and you found that list, and now that you're in this city and you don't have, like, I'm hearing the same chaos around you. So you had a mixture like of good friends and bad friends from where you were from, like bad influences, and it's like you lost yourself in a certain kind of lifestyle. I'm hearing like a playboy, playgirl lifestyle. You like lost yourself, and when you moved to this new place, I heard Arizona. When you moved to this new place, that chaos or that life that you used to have just didn't resonate with you anymore. So I hear that you're making new friends, new bonds, new ties, but everything has been superficial so far. Because of course, the people that are back where you moved from, these were lifetime friends, people you grew up with and things like that, right? And these new ties are very new, very different, and I believe it's because you're awakening and it's now time to make new friends, guys. New connections, new friends. This is a brand new beginning. And it's funny to me that I keep hearing that oh, wow. Okay, I'll take that because we saw it. It's funny to me that the Two of Pentacles is right here, right? Because I keep seeing you thinking, do I want to be happy or not? It's like, that's what you're juggling, guys. You're juggling if you want to be happy or not. So I thought it was funny because it's like you have the choice. You have the choice, Aquarius. You have the choice to be happy. You have the choice to change your life how you want. And with the Ace of Wands, I'm going to go ahead and close this reading. And you have the power to change your life. You've gone through so many trials and tribulations in your life. This was just another lesson that you needed to learn. This was like one of the big lessons, right? The big lessons that, it's okay to open your heart. It's better to have love than to have, and to have lost than to never love at all, right, guys? So, but now that is your choice, right? Do I want to be happy or not? And that just means that you have to decide what would make you happy. And I'm getting that list again that you wrote 20 years ago. It's like you're contemplating on all these plans and dreams and hopes that you had for yourself, and you're wondering where they went, why you stopped wishing those things. And there's a spark back into your life. There's a spark back in your life, and I hear there's a spring in your step that you're even contemplating these old dreams that you used to have. That's beautiful, Aquarius. I'm really happy for you guys. That was a hard lesson, and breaking these patterns is amazing, and it's coming up again that all you need to make is the choice to make your wishes come true, because you have the power. You have the creative new beginning right in front of you, and you just need to go for it and heal these old traumatic wounds of these repeating cycles. And now that you're awakening to these cycles and to these people that you kept attracting into your life, it's going to be so much easier to get away from it, because now you're like conscious, like you're like aware of what you were doing. It's like you can see these patterns clear as day that you have with these toxic people that you were dealing with. But yes, so it's completely up to you, Aquarius. The ball's in your court. It's always been, right? And the universe is just here to orchestrate your best life. They always have your back no matter what. And they're cheering you on. They want to see you flourish and prosper and love again, whether it's a friend or a lover, guys. All right. Well, those are all the messages I have for my dear Aquariuses. I hope you guys I get tongue tied all the time. I hope you guys like that, and I hope it helped in some kind of way. I really appreciate you guys so much for coming to my channel, and I hope my Aquarius gang liked the reading that had today. I don't even know why I'm so tongue tied, guys. It's not even Mercury retrograde anymore. All right, so I just want to tell you guys I feel so honored and so blessed to be able to connect with so many of you, and I appreciate you guys' love and support. I know I had to cut back a lot just to have a better work-life balance with my readings, and I'm only going to be doing these monthly. And if I can try, if I can get, my job down to a reasonable amount, then maybe it'll be easier for me to do more readings in the future. But for now, it's just a better work-life balance for y'all, and I want to keep helping all of y'all and connect with so many of you. And I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for coming today. Bye, guys.